Audience. I am James Tate. That is not James Tate.
This is Nilsson Tate.
Nilsson Tate. Wait, no, that does. Yeah, would that mean that we're married?
Oh wait, no. We're
Yeah,
brothers.
gotcha.
We're brothers.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah. That's what we are, brothers. Brother.
I can't believe marriage is the first thing you thought of.
Well, I'm talking about, I could be your stepfather.
Oh god, seems like a possibility.
There's a chance. Okay, so let's get into the recap. So, start with the Chargers versus the Chiefs. We got that one right.
You did.
So that's good for us. So the Chargers started off as per usual, very hot, very on top of it, very great, and then they do what they usually do, and that's choke. Justin Herbert seems to, he may have fractured his ribs, but there's like some cartilage, and Brandon Staley's trying to undersell it, and it's just not that good. And also Patrick Mahomes, yeah, it's very bad. And also Patrick Mahomes was definitely saved by the refs.
Dude, honestly, as much as I want to say the refs, I think it was the Chargers' own fault more of Brandon's fault for letting Everett play out there when clearly he wanted to be off the field, which led to the pick six. To me, it's just us shooting ourselves in the foot.
That pretty much ended the game. Other than that, that was sort of it was a good game, not a great game. Now, for my worst game of the week, it's the Colts versus the Jaguars. My gosh. The Colts are atrocious. I'm not going to spend too much on them. All I'm going to say is I want to like Frank Reich because of what he did for Philadelphia. It's like he can be a good coach, but every single time he gets close, it just feels like more and more as the years goes on that he was only there to help out Andrew Luck. And Phillip Rivers, Carson Wentz, and Matt Ryan, and Jacoby Brissett aren't doing what Andrew Luck can do, and so, fuck it.
Well, Phillip got him to the playoffs, to be fair. So he accomplished that, but it just comes down to the fact that maybe Colts just aren't that good of a team, and well, it's Jacksonville. They can't win at Jacksonville.
And in all fairness, the Colts were dealing with a lot of injuries on defense. Also, side note, Trevor Lawrence. I hope he picks up later in the season, but right now, people are like, oh, he had pretty good stats. He was hitting a lot of open receivers.
He's looking better than last season, because last season when he's seen open receivers, he threw them somewhere else, so...
True, he's doing better than Mitchell Trubisky. But now moving on to the Jets versus the Browns, and this is, believe it or not, my game of the week. I can't believe I'm saying this. Who would have thought, 4-5 years ago, hell, even 3 years ago, that this could be a game of any week?
To be fair, that 2018 game where they broke the streak could have easily been a game of the week.
I know, but I probably should have got a bit back to the McCown era, Jets and Browns.
Yeah, there you go. That's the proper.
That's what I was thinking of. So, okay, I think I may have underestimated the Jets whenever I thought that they were going to suck this year at the start of it. They actually have talent. They have Chubb and Hunt as a duo still. They have a good offensive line. They have a good defense, front seven. Secondary is a bit of an issue. And Brissett does enough to not lose games. I do not blame the interception on him. I believe that with that much time left,
yeah, it's nobody's fault besides the coaching staffs for letting that happen.
I don't even blame the coaching staff. Mainly the defensive coordinator for playing loose cover zone on the Jets team with 1:20 left. Like, yeah, you're up by what? At that point, it was 13 points, but this is Joe Flacco. I mainly blame the special teams for the Browns, because how the fuck do you let an onside kick be good?
But thank you for letting it be good, because it rarely happens, so it was fun.
Yeah.
It sticks true to what I said last week. Remember I said last week Jets and Ravens was a lie. Jets were actually playing that game pretty close, so Jets look promising.
Yeah. Now, next, Buccaneers versus Saints. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Saints offensive line did not play that good. Jameis Winston is missing receivers open downfield.
Took him until the fourth quarter to get 100 yards passing.
Yeah, and then he got like 120 in one quarter. There's no running game. Our defense is really good, and I feel bad for them. And also, fuck Mike Evans.
Yeah. By the way, this is my worst game of the week. This game sucked. Ref ball, Tom Brady throwing temper tantrums. I cannot watch this shit anymore.
It really sucked. Okay, next up is Dolphins versus
My game of the
Ravens.
week.
Nelson's game of the week. I'll let you take this one over.
Okay, well, that's probably a poor choice, but yeah. So the way I see it, with what I put notes, I put down. This is Lamar Jackson. By the way, I feel bad for Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson played a phenomenal game here. He had
Oh yeah.
over 300 yards passing, over 100 yards rushing. He was on a roll in this game. It's defense let him down. But the thing is, this is Lamar Jackson telling Miami, "Hey, the offer's up. I gave you a win. Now give me a contract next year when I leave Baltimore, because he's not going to try to go for franchise tag."
Yeah, this was such a fun offensive game. That's all I really gotta say on it. To really be honest, and
I mean, you see the thumbnail. They blew a 21-point lead.
pretty much.
Kevin Harlan,
Okay.
by the way, is a god. He helped
Kevin
us out a
Harlan.
lot.
It's true. Then the next game up is the Communists versus the Lions, and old Dan Campbell's got some balls of steel. He called a couple of calls here that otherwise a Lions team from 3 years ago with Matt Patricia wouldn't have done. The Lions, as I said, they have heart, and they almost blew this lead, but they didn't. And as I said, keep an eye on DeAndre Swift. I think this may be a year for him big time, and he's continuing
yeah.
that in 2 weeks.
I say also keep your eye on Golf. It seems like Golf is starting to find his rhythm now in Detroit.
You know who Jared Goff kind of reminds me of?
Who?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah,
Like
he's a good
Jimmy
leader.
Garoppolo, he's a good leader. He's a good locker room presence, and he's not going to be a star or an exceptional talent, but he does enough to win you games, and I think that's what matters.
And especially now. No interceptions, 3 touchdowns. Well done, Golf. You
Yeah.
finally are competent again.
Patriots versus Steelers.
Does
I
Mitchell
don't.
Trubisky know what the fuck he's doing?
I don't think he's known what he's been doing ever since he got drafted so early by the Bears back in 2017.
They're forever gonna regret that one.
it I don't there's not really much to say on this game. It was either, depending on if you like either teams, it was either defensive or both offenses just sucked for 3 quarters.
The way I see it, Mitch Trubisky has got to be one of the worst quarterbacks currently, because he doesn't know what he's doing. Literally, that's the only thing that's stopping the Steelers right now. They have a great defense, maybe a good offense, but it's just that quarterback play is awful.
Also, and this is something I want to say before we move to the next game. They're wasting Najee Harris. You have a potential Derrick Henry level star in the making, and you're making him run for 49 yards off of 12 carries?
And you're giving it to Mitch? Really?
I mean, like the Steelers have the potential to be a 2018 or 2019 Titans team. The issue is they're just there's just something not clicking on the offense, and I don't know. I mean, we know what it is, but I don't know why it is like that. Because Ryan Tannehill is a tall Mitchell Trubisky.
Put in Pickett. Just put in Pickett. They're asking for it by this point. Just do it.
They better be. Okay, so next game, Panthers versus Giants.
Woo! Giants are fun.
2-0. Good job, Giants.
They honestly, like the thing I noticed in this game, because I put these down. Firstly, the Panthers are going to be having a rough season because, good gosh, Baker is just rough all over the place. Defense is just getting stomped on, and the turnovers by the Giants. I mean, turnover from the Giants. Giants cause the turnover.
I know. We usually are used to saying the Giants turn the ball over, but this time it was Carolina.
Because Giants are getting aggressive. The Giants have not had this type of energy in like 6 years. Like, jeez.
I'm impressed. This is a coaching win for the Giants, and this proves that Matt Rule in 3 years isn't it. At the end of the year, if the Panthers don't improve quickly, I'd fire him.
Please do. Actually, just fire him after this year. Because seriously, 0-2, really? You should too easy to win games.
Oh yeah. Falcons versus Rams. The Falcons almost broke their curse.
Almost. But that's the thing with the curse. It's going to stick with you for a lifetime, Atlanta.
Yeah, just like Koo being on the Chargers, but now he's on Atlanta.
So,
Texans
Matthews
versus Broncos.
No. This was told to be mentioned. And it must be mentioned. Joe
yes,
Flacco
yes.
has better stats than both of the quarterbacks from the last Super Bowl, especially the Super Bowl winning quarterback from last season. In fact, here's the stats right here. Joe Flacco was playing like he was in 2012. These stats don't lie.
Absolutely insane.
God, I can't believe it. I mean, yeah, Joe Flacco's winning quarterback, not surprising, but like, what? Huh?
I mean, like, the Jets don't even really. I mean, the Jets aren't a talentless team. It's just the talent that they do have isn't as talented as the stuff that Matthew Stafford and Joe Burrow has.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the way it seems to be going is that Joe is just that leader that they need. And Joe's about to bring him to the wild card.
And right now, Joe Flacco's playing better than Joe Burrow, and I'm scared.
Yeah, what the heck, Joe?
Is Joe Flacco finally entering his prime after all these years?
14 years into his career.
Is he about to be elite?
Yeah, Joe Elite. God, we'll get to Burrow when we get to Burrow.
Yeah, the Texans versus Broncos, and this is all I'm going to say on the game. Davis Mills outplayed Russell Wilson.
This is what I'm going to say. Hackett, back-to-back weeks, has made dumb decisions. You know how he went for a 64-yard field goal when he should have just gone for it? So this dude, literally, in 3 different sequences, this is what it was. He ran with the tight end on a 3rd and 1 when he had a running back that was running plenty of yards just fine up to that point. Then he's going to go 54-yard field goal, took the delay of game to make a 59-yard field goal, which McManus can make. But then this dumbass thought, let's go for the punt, making this whole entire sequence of bullshit pointless. And somehow they won. Like, what?
Also, fans had to count down on the game clock, or the play clock.
And that's embarrassing. And they booed their own team. What's Russell Wilson supposed to cook?
He's cooking some dried rice. That's all he's cooking.
I mean, keep it up. I love it.
Okay, Seahawks versus 49ers. The 49ers won. I'm going to do something that no other guy, or every other guy outside of Colin Cowherd, has said. I feel bad for Trey Lance, man. Like, I don't think he's a good quarterback per se. It's too early to tell, but like, dude, to have your ankle broken not only this early in the season, but also after you've just been dunked on for your play against the Bears by me, and you went to a strip club because of me, like, I sort of feel, bad.
I wouldn't want to feel good about someone getting their ankle broken.
No, but hey, Jimmy G is back in.
Unless you're Watson. But, I mean...
I mean, that's pretty much how the 49ers offensive line was. Like, oh no, Trey Lance. Hey, Jimmy G, let's all pat his head. If you like find the video of them celebrating with Jimmy Garoppolo after he got the sneak in touchdown.
Dude, I've seen that.
Add it here.
If I remember to add, I will.
Yeah, just like, Jimmy G.
Quarterback sneak. Jimmy Garoppolo puts it away for San Francisco.
He seems like Jimmy learned something called leadership. I mean, he already had it, but it seems like it's more in there now since he got benched.
Also, Seahawks only scored a point because of a blocked kick
from Michael Jackson.
Okay, oh gosh, Bengals versus Cowboys.
So, before Gold, has his little rant, Cowboys defense is something to look out for. 2 touchdowns in 2 games and forced 7 field goals. It's quite impressive.
That's impressive. Micah Parsons for Defensive Player of the Year. I'm already nominating him. I have an issue, and that issue is the entire Bengals offense. How is it that the Saints and the Bengals have the same issue if they can't get it working until the 4th quarter? What is the Viagra working late?
Yeah, like this is twice now that Bengals could have actually won in the last second, and it didn't happen. Cooper Rush is fucking average.
Here's the thing. Burrow played better in this game than the previous game. The issue is, I honestly believe the sacks are starting to get to him. He doesn't look as confident throwing it downfield as he did in the fucking Super Bowl.
I'll be honest with you. Burrow did play better stat-wise, but he's not playing like last year at all. Not even. He's playing like his rookie season. He's holding back.
I want Joey Cool back, not Joey what the fuck.
Like, this is Joey uncool.
Okay, next up, Cardinals versus Raiders. I'm not going to say anything here. I hate both Arizona. I hate Las Vegas. The Raiders have really poor coaching, and I should have expected more.
Yeah, so this comeback is not impressive. You all should listen. It's not. It's really not. They both suck. But I think the most interesting thing to mention is Kyler Murray's 21-second play that was like 85 yards. That's a talking point.
So I read online. Someone said that so a draft analyst a draft scouting analyst said that Kyler Murray runs like a toddler who stole his mother's phone, and it's pretty accurate.
It is. Oh, now I know what to talk about. Now you know how it feels, Raiders. Fucking suck it.
Yeah. Also, Cliff Kingsbury and Josh McDaniels should both be fired after this performance of horrible coaching.
Dude, this game should have ended in a tie. Jesus Christ, they both were playing awful.
I was rooting for a tie.
It should have been a tie. No one deserved to win.
Okay, Bears, Packers, Fields does not throw the ball that much. Aaron Rodgers, still good. Aaron Jones, really great. Bears defense, still good? What the heck?
Yeah, Bears could have actually made a comeback, but it's just offense sucks. And also, I get it. Aaron Rodgers owns Bears. Shut up now. How about you look up Tom Brady's record against the Bills? Yeah, shut up about it now.
Okay. I've got to say on the Titans versus the Bills is...
Suck it, Tennessee.
The Allen to Diggs duo, man. Amazing. I love it.
72-17 in 2 weeks against Bills and opponents. That's scary.
That's impressive. And finally, I hate Philadelphia. That's all I'm saying on that.
I got nothing to say on Vikings versus Eagles besides Vikings could have came back, and you know whose fault it was? Kirk Cousins. Surely not my cousin.
I watched that one drive where his team picked off Jalen Hurts, got into the red zone, and then first down, under pressure, threw it away. Second down, under pressure, almost got picked off. Third down, under pressure, throws it up in a jump ball immediately to Darius Slay Jr.
Like, and Slay was playing great this game, by the way. I mean, yeah, maybe Kurt just kind of helped it out a little bit, but no, he was on a roll. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, maybe Darius Slay had all those memories of playing in Detroit, and he's like, "Oh, hey, look, my best friend Kirk Cousins back."
He's definitely his best friend now.
Oh yeah, I mean, those are homies for life. Now we move on to statistics and who we think are the players of the week for their positions. So I'll start it off. Okay, I've got Josh Allen as my quarterback of the week. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 26 completions off of 38 attempts, 317 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions with a 128.9 pass rating and 68.2 completion percentage rating.
For me, it's Tua, 36 of 50, 469 yards, 6 passing touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 124.1 passer rating, 72% completion percentage.
And like I was gonna go with Tua, but like it was sort of a debate in my mind because I rewatched the footage, and nothing against Tua, but nothing against your pick of him for quarterback of the week. He was hitting a lot of wide open receivers and broken coverage.
To be fair, Tua can never hit those guys because he's always pulling the ball short.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, it's true.
This is impressive for a left-handed quarterback.
Yeah, like I showed you the video. Like someone flipped the footage of Tua as a left-handed quarterback to right-handedness, and he has such sling on the ball as a right-handed quarterback. You want a little fun fact, Kyle?
What's that?
He's actually naturally right-handed. His dad made him throw with his left hand. So if he just starts throwing with his right hand, he could be really dangerous.
He should probably start doing that then.
Okay, so running back of the week, I've got Aaron Jones, 15 carries, 132 yards, rushing 8.8 average yard per attempt, and a tutty.
Same. I mean, literally, any other running back lost. So Aaron Jones benefited.
My wide receiver of the week goes to Stephon Diggs, 12 receptions, 148 yards receiving, 12.3 average yards per reception, and 3 touchdowns.
Me, Tyreek Hill, 11 receptions, 190 receiving yards, 17.3 average yards per reception, and 2 touchdowns.
That's a big number. 17.3 average yards per reception. Jeez.
Hill is proving that, it wasn't just Mahomes. I think, if anything, both Mahomes and Hill proved they're both great players. It's just not good at work as a two.
And now Hills is carrying Tua.
See, I mean, we all know Hill's talented. Look.
Now, my defensive player of the week goes to Marcus Williams of the Ravens. Yes, he lost, but the other ones were just from the Raiders. He had 7 solo tackles, 3 assisted tackles, and 2 interceptions. That's big.
Same here, and as stated, same thing with Aaron Jones. He was the only defensive player to help his team win, so,
Pretty much. Now we're going to move over to a little corner of gold and fun and silver and hey, yeah, bro.
Pain.
So let me go over to my rankings. Let's start off with college football, shall we?
You shall.
So, number 25. I didn't tell you to cough, bitch.
God, I'm sorry.
So, if you remember from my rankings last week, or maybe you just like show for comparison, like one on the left from last week, one on the right from this week.
All right, I'll try to remember that.
Oh, yeah. So, if you can tell from my picks last week, number 25 is Florida, 24 is Marshall, 23 Michigan State, 22 Florida State. Yes, I have Florida State on there now. 21 Appalachian State, 20 Oregon, 19 Pittsburgh, 18 Texas A&M, they move up a little bit more, 17 Washington making their debut on the ranking system after beating the crap out of Michigan State, 16 Tennessee, 15 Kentucky. Yes, I don't have them in the top 10. I don't know why the AP has it in there. I think there's an SEC. I mean, obviously there's an SEC bias, but I think they're trying to do something for Georgia. 14 Wake Forest. It should be ranked higher. 13 Ole Miss, 12 NC State, 11 Baylor, 10 Utah, 9 Arkansas, 8 Clemson, 7 USC, 6 Oklahoma, 5 Oklahoma State, 4 Michigan, 3 Ohio State, 2 Bama, and number 1 remains Georgia.
Oh.
Now we're gonna take a look, walk over to the left here as we go to my rankings for the NFL, which are clearly more important for this podcast.
Fucking coughed again.
I noticed, yeah. But it's more fitting considering number 32 is the Houston Texans. I mean, I would put them a little bit higher, but they need to win.
Just swallow.
31 is Carolina, which is shocking that they're this far down, considering I had them higher whenever the season started. 30 is Atlanta because choke. 29 is Indianapolis because choke. 28 Seattle because I knew it wouldn't last that long. 27 Chicago. 26 the Commies. 25 the Jets. What? They're not number 32? 24 the Jaguars. Wait, they're not number 31? 23 the Lions. They're not number 30? 22 the Vikings. I hate Kirk Cousins. 21 Cleveland. I hate Deshaun Watson. 20 Las Vegas. I hate the state. 19 Tennessee. I actually like the state, but I hate Ryan Tannehill. 18 Denver. Let's ride. 17 Cowboys. I hate the name Cooper as a first name. 16 the Giants. Okay, that's actually pretty good. 15 New England. It's cold. 14 Arizona. It's too hot. 13 New Orleans. I just hate life. 12 Cincinnati. Pain. 11 Los Angeles.
Pain.
The AFC one.
The better one.
10 remains Baltimore because they should have won that game. They really should have.
I feel so bad for Lamar Jackson.
Number 9 Pittsburgh. Okay. 8 the Packers because they were going to be here eventually. 7 San Francisco. Go Jimmy G. 6 the Dolphins. Surprisingly. 5 the Philadelphia. Also surprisingly.
Really surprising.
Number 4 the other Los Angeles team.
The unsuperior Los Angeles team.
Number 3 Buffalo! Yeah, Buffalo! Number 2, Tampa Bay. I hate you. I hate your guts. I hate everything that you work for. I hate everything that you do, and your existence is nothing but trash. And then number 1, Kansas City.
That's gonna
Good
change.
for them.
That's gonna change pretty soon. Buffalo's gonna get that number 1 slot soon.
Oh, yeah. Now let's do our week. Our weekly predictions, baby!
Thursday Night Football kicks off with, actually, let me get it where it's accurately where their homes are at. Here we go.
Yeah, there you go, Nelson.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Steelers at the Browns, and honestly, gosh, here's the thing. As I said, Steelers defense is gonna get on Jacoby's ass. That's the way I'm gonna see it. They just blew a 13-point lead when they had the game in their hands.
I mean, yeah, there's not really much I can see on that. I'm gonna pick the Steelers. I feel like I don't. It's one of those games where I don't know. Both teams have really good front sevens. Both teams' secondaries are. I mean, the Steelers have a better secondary, clearly. So that's why I think it's going to be a very defensive game. It's going to be very boring, but I pick Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Next is the Bills traveling all the way to Miami to take on the Dolphins, and I'm going to pick Bills because no way Dolphins are going to beat the Bills, especially this Bills team.
I wouldn't say that much. This was a cautious pick for me. I picked Buffalo. I believe that the warm weather won't get to Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. Stephon. I believe that the Bills' defense is just going to be too much and too consuming, and the Bills, they're not like the Ravens. They don't really have a busted secondaries, but an upset could happen. It could happen. I'm not saying it is, but it could happen.
I mean, it could. They almost did it last year. Next, we have, oh boy, the Bengals taking on the Jets. And I feel so bad for hesitating on this, but I picked the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm going to keep this short and sweet, too. I picked the Bengals. If they lose, I won't be shocked.
I mean, because Joe Flacco knows the Bengals like he knows the Browns. Next, we have the Raiders taking on the Titans, a.k.a. who cares? I picked Titans.
Yeah, also, I just realized the first 3 games for the Jets have been all AFC North games.
Joe Flacco's having it easy.
That was a PTSD. Yeah, I also picked the Titans. Yeah.
Next is Saints versus Panthers. I picked Saints because, for whatever reason, if Saints are on the road, they win. I don't understand.
I'm cautious here. I'm right now, like, I would want to pick the Saints, but also I'm like trying to think what NFL script would they want to put out. And I think it's more likely the Panthers go 1-2 than going 0-3.
The way I see the script, they have the Saints win on the road for some reason.
I hate life.
I mean, either way, no one's winning in this. Well, actually, yeah, definitely not you. Next, we have Ravens versus the Patriots. I have to pick the Ravens because Patriots, I don't know what's up with the Patriots. We have 2 games so far where they look bad and they look good. I don't know. Ravens should have won last week, and I think it's going to keep up this week, unless they blow to the lead, and that would be funny.
The Ravens don't particularly have a great secondary, but neither do the Patriots have a particularly good defense. Their defense looks very average, but I don't think the offense of the Patriots with Mac Jones can take advantage of the busted looks that the Ravens secondary offers. I do believe, however, that Lamar Jackson can and will take advantage of that entire Patriots defense, but if there's one person that game plans better than most, it's Bill Belichick. That being said, I'm still picking Baltimore.
He's never beaten Lamar.
Never beaten Lamar. He can't beat Lamar. He's too electric.
Okay, next, Lions versus the Vikings. Now this one was a little bit hard for me, but I gotta go with Lions. I think that heart is just there, and Kirk Cousins' mistakes from last week are gonna bite him, considering Lions defense actually stepped up a bit last week.
Literally, because biting kneecaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Lions too. I'm just throwing all reason out the corner. The Lions have no reason to win this whatsoever, but I'm picking Detroit.
I mean, the Lions are going to play every single game like it's the last one this season. Next, we have Eagles versus the Communists. The Communities, the whatever you want to call them. And I think Carson Wentz is going to get his revenge. It's only right.
I hope he gets his revenge, and that's why I'm picking the Commanders as well. I'm cautious, though, because Jalen Hurts is playing better than I anticipated, and I don't want to be proved wrong. I hate being proved wrong.
Hate it. Next, Chiefs versus the Colts. Pretty much a game. If the Colts lose, Colts are pretty much done for the playoffs.
they go 0-3, they're fucked.
And,
I think they're already...
yeah, you're going to go 0-3. You ain't beating
it would be 0-2-1, technically.
Oh, shit, yeah, they're not 0-3. Yeah, you tied the Texans. You deserve to miss the playoff.
Yeah, this is one of those games where the Colts could upset the Chiefs, but they're not going to.
Because the Colts have not shown anything of looking good at all. Next, we have Texans versus the Bears, a.k.a. who cares? I picked the Bears because they're better than Texans.
I picked the Texans because they're better than Chicago.
Honestly, it should be a tie. Next, Jaguars versus the Chargers. And I gotta be honest with you, this one's kind of actually hard because if Herbert's out, I do trust Chase Daniels. But the thing is, what makes me pick Chargers is that Chargers have a good team. They really do. They have a great defense, have a great offense. So it's just a matter of Chase Daniels plays like the Super Bowl quarterback he is.
Here's a question that no one's really asking. Do the Jaguars have good coaching? It's hard to say through the first 2 weeks because they always beat the Colts no matter what. And, at least in Jacksonville. And also,
yeah,
I mean, they played the Commanders fairly close, but was that them doing good or was that Carson Wentz wincing again?
Yeah, what Carson Wentz feel like, MVP or INT?
I'm going to go with the Chargers here. If they could lose, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, because it's Chargers. Honestly, this may be the game where Jaguars prove they're actually a good team or not.
I mean, not this year.
No, well, not this year, honestly. Next, we have the Rams versus the Cardinals. And I'm making this short and sweet. I pick Rams because fuck Cardinals and fuck LA.
I picked the Rams as well. No other particular reason outside of talent.
Next, we have Packers versus Buccaneers. Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers, Part 5. And
Again.
lo and behold, I don't care. I pick the Packers. Because Buccaneers have been playing awful these last... Okay, not awful, but Buccaneers are just not the same team. They are not. They're...
You say that. Aaron Rodgers, for some reason, struggles against Tampa Bay's defense, and I just think the Buccaneers' defense, even though their offense is all messed up, they're probably going to hold the Packers to like 6 points, and they're going to score 10, and they're going to somehow win. This is going to be a shitty game. It's the game of the week.
Somehow it's game of the week because it's Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady.
Maybe they'll get high together and talk about their divorce problems.
At least I have 6 or 7 rings. Anyways, Falcons versus Seahawks. I pick the Falcons because, if anything, that last week's game against Rams proved that Falcons are a good team somehow.
I too pick Atlanta, not because I like them. In fact, I hope they actually lose this game. But I also pick Atlanta because, I don't know, man. They seem to have a better offense than the Seahawks have a better offense, considering they didn't score on offense all last week.
Yeah.
So, in fact, whenever you think about it, the Seahawks have only gotten the ball in the end zone, what, twice?
I mean, if that's more than Broncos.
Let's ride.
Let's ride. Next, Sunday Night Football. I don't know why this is on Sunday Night Football. 49ers versus Broncos. And I pick 49ers because, good lord, the Broncos, I'm sorry, they have played terrible these last 2 weeks. There's no way out of the blue they're going to start playing good.
I think this is going to be a very defensive game. The 49ers and Broncos both have really good defenses, and they both have, I'm shocked to say this, average-ass quarterbacks.
No, Jimmy G's about to be sexy G, and he's about to say, "Let's ride, Russ!" Blow him out.
I was going to make a joke there, but I'm not going to make that on camera or on audio. I'm going to pick the 49ers. I think, as I said, there's just something with this 49ers team. They seem to rally behind Jimmy Garoppolo. It's something very rare that you ever see, because quarterbacks aren't usually very loved amongst all their teammates. They're usually known for being assholes. And Jimmy G's just one of those people that the team, for some reason, they just love him. I don't know why.
He's
it's
sexy.
weird, but like in a cool
man.
way.
You gotta love the sexy man. The final game of the week is Cowboys.
Fucking Monday Night Football. Fuck.
I have no reason. I have no idea why. It doesn't fail to surprise me. The first 4 weeks, these two are always playing Monday Night Football. I picked the Cowboys. As much as I would want to pick the Giants, I have a feeling Cowboys just have that defense that's gonna lock down on Daniel Jones. You
see, I don't want Dallas to win, and this is a game where I believe Dallas is going to shock the world and actually lose. I feel like it's not going to be because of Daniel Jones. It's going to be because that Giants coaching staff is better than the Cowboys coaching staff. And at the end of the day, I think the Cowboys are going to commit too many penalties, and the Giants are going to take advantage of it, and that's how they're going to win.
I would love that, but just knowing history, Cowboys always get the best of Giants, unfortunately. But maybe things have changed.
I mean, things are changing. So are we. Okay, so yeah, that's this. That's it. That's it. Bye.
Peace.